They both achieved their dream at the end. Like, I could get a little emotional right now about that because, yeah, they both achieved their dream at the end and they don't end up together, but they had such a important and impactful relationship either way, so it doesn't really matter. And it just shows, it goes to show, like, you just gotta have that one person. Yeah, because that's what matters, the people who truly see you, and that includes you too. Like, you have to really be that person for yourself too. It's like you have to truly believe in what you're doing, and you just have to truly believe in yourself and trust yourself. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Diana-Christine. I'm a filmmaker, and on my YouTube channel and on my social media, I document my creative journey. I share my art. I also talk about the lessons I learned along the way. I made this space for you if you're a creative woman or you're a creative person like me and you're also interested in self-development. I believe that the artistic journey and the self-development journey are one. So this is where we can motivate each other to become our best self. In today's video, what I really wanted to talk about is the movie La La Land. I saw it recently, like last week for the first time, even though the film came out in 2016. And I believe that it has some gems in the story that teach us about the creative journey. I believe that some films carry important messages in their story, and it's something that we can learn from and apply in our own life. So one thing that the movie La La Land says about the artistic journey is the importance of community. I think this is a point that really stuck for me from a book that I read last year, which was Real Artists Don't Starve by Jeff Goins. I really recommend this if you're an artist. But basically, when you're trying to achieve something, whether you're an artist or a business owner and an inventor, you're trying to make something that doesn't exist, and you're trying to achieve a goal that might seem delusional or unrealistic to others, but you have a gut feeling, like you have a calling and you really believe in it. It helps to have a community, and it helps to have people who also believe in you. And this is something that can be achievable for everyone. I feel like no matter who you are, there's always that one person that genuinely believes in you, and it's important to appreciate them and it's important to recognize them. Mia and Sebastian in La La Land. By the way, before I continue, you don't have to have watched La La Land to understand this video, but of course it's helpful if you have seen La La Land. But in the film, Mia and Sebastian are the two main characters. They have a romantic relationship. They are both creative, so they're both artists in this romantic relationship. Mia is an aspiring actress. She really wants to make it as an actress. The movie is set in Hollywood, in LA, and she's auditioning all the time, trying to make it as an actress. She loves acting. Sebastian is a jazz musician. He wants to own a jazz club one day, his own jazz club, and he really is passionate about jazz. They form a romantic relationship. They get together and they're each other's biggest fan, they're each other's biggest supporter. Their relationship was so beautiful and inspiring to see because they genuinely believed in each other, and there were these two people together trying to make it together. And Sebastian would tell Mia, you're brilliant, you're amazing, you can do it. And Mia tells Sebastian, I'm auditioning for these stupid TV shows. She tells him the plot of a TV show and it sounds stupid. And he's like, I bet you could write something better than that and you can cast yourself in it and make your own things, which is even common advice today in real life. These days, artists can create their own things and do independent projects and write their own things, cast themselves in it, write their own stories. So Sebastian suggests for Mia to do that. And then Mia, she makes the logo for Sebastian's jazz club, even though he has no funds. He's not close to achieving the money needed to open his own jazz club, but they're delusional together, and they're trying to make it together, and they want to support each other and take their dreams seriously. So Mia creates a logo for him. She gives him feedback on the name of the jazz club, and they are with each other, spitting out ideas at each other. She writes a one-woman play. she's like, okay, I'm gonna write a one woman play and I'm gonna cast myself as the lead. And then she performs it for him and like asks for feedback. And he tells her like, you're brilliant. That's amazing. Like, you're a genius. And she is just so like, taken, like touched by that. Like, and I was touched by that too, because it was just so heartwarming to see like such a supportive relationship, especially for artists. It's tough, if you're an artist or you're a business owner and you're trying to create something from scratch. You're trying to believe in a outcome that does not exist yet, but that only you can see, and you want to believe in that so firmly. It always helps to have people there who genuinely see you and support you. And I have people like that in my life, like friends, family, who really see me and support me, and I really appreciate them. And I really I like resonated with seeing that in La La Land, because it's so important, and you really and it really helps you last as an artist when even if you just have that one person. So if you need to find that one person for yourself, like whether it's, you probably already have someone like that in your life. I think everyone has at least one person in their life that truly, genuinely believes in them. And if you don't have that one person, go find them. That one person can exist in a creative circle. Maybe you need to go network. You need to go to mixers. You need to just meet more people. But I guarantee you, on your path, you will come across at least one person who truly sees you, like Mia and Sebastian saw each other. And I think that this is so crucial in the artistic journey, because eventually in the film, it leads to them achieving their dream. So toward the end of the film, like Mia gets really Mia starts preparing, because she will actually perform her one woman show. Like, she rents out a theater and everything. She prepares, she rehearses, and so it's about to become a reality. And then Sebastian, he signs up to join this jazz club that performs like commercial music around, and they go on tour, but they perform music that he's not really passionate about, because he believes in like real jazz, like how it was back then. He's like traditionally into jazz, but this band that he joins, it just pays the bills, it pays good money, but it's not really what his heart is into. So he's in a way selling out to make a living, and he plays piano for them. So he's technically still in the artistic realm, but he's not really passionate about what he's doing. And I think that in itself, in the plot, represents the compromise that we make as artists. Sometimes, we're going to be asked to make compromises, like to be more palatable to a bigger audience, because it'll pay the bills, but it's not the art that we believe in truly. So then him being busy in that band drives him and Mia's relationship apart, because he's so busy that he doesn't have time to be there for her. He's never home. He's always touring, traveling, and they never really see each other anymore. So that drives a wedge in their relationship. And let me just spoil it for you, okay? They don't end up together at the end, but the film just follows their relationship. And I believe that their relationship was beautiful anyway, because it taught both of them lessons and it pushed them. And I think at the end of the day, that's the purpose of love. That's the purpose of relationships. It doesn't matter if it lasts or not. It touched your soul in a way, and it helped you to grow and to evolve. So I don't even feel sad that they don't end up together, because that's just life, and they still were an important part of each other's journey. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Mia performs her one-woman show, and there's a time conflict for Sebastian, because that day of her performance, he can't be there because he has an obligation with his band, and he feels really bad, whatever. And then Mia, she performs, and they're to a really small audience. There's like not many people at all, and she feels like a failure. So she gives up on acting after that. Like, Sebastian comes running to the house, or to the theater, I think, and then he's like, oh, I'm really sorry I had to miss this. And she says like, it's over, I quit. I'm gonna stop acting because it's just so embarrassing. Like, she felt like she was making a fool out of herself and that she was a failure. So she was like, I quit all of it. I'm gonna go back home. So she's from another state. I think it's Nevada where she's from. And she says, I'm going to drive back home, and I'm going to stay home for a while and like figure out what I'm going to do. So she goes back home, and then Sebastian gets a call. So Sebastian stays in LA at their house, and then he gets a call because there was a casting agent in the audience for Mia's play who really liked her and was like, wait, I want her to come audition for this movie that I'm a part of, that I'm working in. And so Sebastian drives up. He pulls up to Mia's house in another state. She's staying with her parents. She's like back at her childhood home. Sebastian pulls up in person and is like outside the door honking the car, and he's like, you have an audition tomorrow, get ready, I'll pick you up tomorrow in the morning. And Mia is like, no, like, I told you I'm quitting acting because I need to be more realistic. I need to just pick something else and it's not working. I need to be an adult. I need to like actually grow up and be serious. And Sebastian is not like having it. He's like, no, you have to go. You should go. And he says, I'll just be here tomorrow morning and at this time, and you should come out at this time and meet me. And then she's like, whatever, I'm not. But the next morning, Sebastian pulls up anyway, and then Mia surely does come. She's like, okay, one more audition, whatever. You know, she's had it at this point. She's so frustrated because she's faced so much rejection as an actress, and she's never gotten cast. She never really gets casted or taken seriously in auditions, and she's just like up to here with it, you know. And then they pull up to the audition, and Mia, she gets the part, and that changes her life, and that launches her acting career, and she becomes a famous actress like she's always wanted to be. And it would not have happened if Sebastian hadn't cared so much, you know, like genuinely he like pushed her. He was like, you should go, you have to go, you know. So it's important to have those people like and be in that community with other artists, especially who believe in you and want you to succeed, you know. And those types of people are so important. And at the end of the film, it's also learned basically like it's years later, there's a time jump. Mia is married, she got a kid with a different man. She's a famous actress. They walk into a club, and it turns out that it's Sebastian's jazz club, and he used her logo for the club. Like she like walks past, and then it's like Seb's with like a music note as the apostrophe. She sees it, and then she's like, hold up. And then they walk further into the club, and then it's surely Sebastian comes out, and then like he performs a song, and then they make eye contact, they like wave, or something happens, or they just acknowledge each other with a knowing look, and then they leave. And yeah, they both achieved their dream at the end. Like, I could get a little emotional right now about that because, yeah, they both achieved their dream at the end, and they don't end up together, but they had such a important and impactful relationship either way, so it doesn't really matter. And it goes to show, like, you just gotta have that one person, and we all have that one person, you know. So just really recognize them and appreciate them, and yeah, that's just such an important part of the creative journey. Another thing that was kind of just overarching from the film La La Land to me is just that it's about not giving up. And I think it's so important because both of them didn't give up. You know, Mia and Sebastian, they really stayed committed and true to their art and to their calling as an artist, and they never gave up. Like, Mia she was a barista, which was very heartwarming to me because I'm a barista right now. That's my day job. But she knew she truly wanted to be an actress, so she was always going to auditions. It just was like heartwarming to see how hard, you know, they went for themselves, both of them, and how they never truly gave up. And Sebastian took that job in the band, and I think it seemed like he was selling out or settling, but in my opinion, it's just the reality of it. Like, sometimes you have to do things temporarily to sustain yourself financially, even if it's not 100% your vision, but eventually you will get there. Just never give up. That was one thing that I got from the La La Land movie. It was never give up on yourself. So I think that really inspired me, and that really inspired me to just keep going and to appreciate those people in my life who uplift me and push me. And yeah, because that's what matters, you know, the people who truly see you, and that includes you too. Like, you have to really be that person for yourself too. Like, that's one thing. It's like you have to truly believe in what you're doing, and you just have to truly believe in yourself and trust yourself, trust your gut, trust your calling, trust the call, you know, trust the pull you feel towards something, and just don't give up. Thank you so much for watching. I believe that brings us to the end of today's video. I love making these types of videos, so let me know if there's a film I should watch and give you my opinion on. And yeah, thank you so much again for watching. I have a newsletter that I'll link it down below, so please sign up for my email newsletter. You can get weekly to monthly. I have kind of an irregular schedule of uploading a newsletter right now, but I do post pretty frequently, like at least a few times a month. And I also post frequently on my Instagram. I'm also on TikTok, so I'll put my other social media links down below so we can stay in touch on each other's journeys. And I also have my short film up on YouTube right now. I'll put the link down below. It's called If She Didn't Get Turned Into a Vampire. I uploaded that short film a few months ago. It's my first narrative short film that I'm sharing publicly in this way. I've made several short films in the past, but I'm never sharing those publicly because they were, just me starting out. And this short film is very much still early work. I'm still in my early work era, but I'm ready to finally share it with you and to share it publicly and to start sharing my work, So yeah, I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.